flood fury across South Asia. Pakistan bears brunt of nature's fury. Bengaluru faces Monsoon Mayhem. Varanasi ghats submerge under Ganga. Low-lying areas of Prayagraj inundated.
The monster monsoon mayhem across India and Pakistan is our top focus right here on India Today. Viewers, I'm Preeti Choudhry. You're watching 7 at 7, where I curate the day's top 7 stories for you. These are the headlines. No Ganesh Puja at Eidgah Maidan in Bengaluru tomorrow. Supreme Court orders status quo linked to the land to be maintained. No detention, no arrest for rape accused Murugu Matsya. Protests erupt demanding justice. Mutt throws its weight behind the pontiff, calls rape charges conspiracy. Silicon city of Bengaluru sinks after torrential rain. Whitefield Road flooded and traffic disrupted. CBI checks banks' lockers of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister in the liquor gate controversy. Sisodia says nothing was found in his locker. Anna Hazare slams his former protege, says Kejriwal drunk with power and arrogance. Tharoor set to throw in his hat in Congress president race. Stresses need for big organizational overhaul in the party to stay relevant.
I have no comment to make. I accept what I've written in my article, which is that elections will be a good thing for the Congress party. That's all.
Another big twist in Sonali Phogat murder mystery. Family claims Neta's PA poisoned her to snatch her property. Accuses PA of an attempt to spike her food 2 months ago. With a net worth of $137 billion, Gautam Adani becomes the world's richest person in the world. Surpasses Louis Vuitton boss, trails behind Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Monsoon mayhem continues across India, especially the cities in the north like Prayagraj, Varanasi completely inundated. So also Karnataka and Bengaluru. But putting the focus right now, viewers, on cities like Prayagraj, Varanasi, especially Varanasi, completely flood hit. While the water has started entering residential areas in Banaras, the recently inaugurated Kashi Vishwanath corridor is now completely submerged in water. The people of Varanasi are facing huge problems, especially even in basic cremations. What you see on your television screen, viewers, the boats that you see carry the dead bodies of those who need to be cremated at the Banaras Ghats. Meanwhile, Prayagraj is facing nature's fury as Ganga continues to flow over the danger mark. People living in low-lying areas have been forced to use boats to commute. The UP administration is monitoring the situation, but things clearly out of hand right now, where bodies are being cremated on top of rooftops in the by-lanes. There is absolutely no place. What you see on your television screen, viewers, those of you familiar with Banaras, this is the route to the Dashashwamedh Ghat, completely inundated.
Such are the
Dashashwamedh Ghat. The Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has directed officials to conduct aerial surveys and quickly help in flood aid.
Such are the scenes of Kashi Vishwanath corridor. You are seeing the exclusive images out here on India Today TV, which we are trying to show you that the entire corridor is submerged in the flood water. You'll see a lot of boats out here, which is not usually a sight to see. This is one particular Jalasay in Path, which is clearly depicting that how far the water level has raised, around 64 centimeter above the danger level. And now this is the situation of Kashi Vishwanath corridor, which was inaugurated. And if you see that particular area around the stairs, you will get the sense that how far the water level has raised. And this is not just one particular place. This is that particular area where people come after taking blessings from Lord Shiva for offering prayers in River Ganga, but now the scenario is different as the tombs have been filled, and this is clearly depicting a picture how scary the situation of Varanasi is in, and people in the midst of all these suffering, and especially the pilgrims coming in this particular place for offering prayers to Lord Shiva and Maganga are suffering bad. The cameraman needed Samarth Srivastav for India Today. So the danger level of Ganga has crossed 64 centimeter. It is running 64 centimeter above the danger level, and that's the condition of flood in Uttar Pradesh. We are present at the Namo Ghat, and right behind me, if you'll see the visuals out here, that the entire selfie point has been submerged in the flood water, and these are the visuals which I'm trying to show you from ground zero. The flood water has reached, it is flowing up above 64 centimeter to the danger level, and these are the visuals. The tomb have been completely submerged, while the yoga signature has been partially, while the middle one is completely submerged. And where I'm currently standing is that particular area where there is a plain ground below it, but now it seems that I am standing somewhere near the river or inside the river, but it is not the scenario. If you see the flow, water flow out here, we are showing you on India Today TV. See, this is the flow, the speed, the velocity by which this water is coming from that portion and coming at this particular portion is quite dangerous, and telling the story how the flood situation is worsening in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and this kind of velocity, this speed of water in the plain grounds even, see, this is quite dangerous, and telling the different story. With cameraman Nish Kumar, Samarth Srivastav for India Today. अस्सी घाट के नजदीक पानी भर गया है, लोग मजबूर हैं अपना सामान लेकर इधर से उधर जाने के लिए। क्या समस्याएं हैं उनकी, उनसे जानेंगे। क्या दिक्कत आप लोग को आ रही है, क्या दिक्कत आ रही है?
एक्चुअली मेरे पापा का यहाँ पे दुकान लगता था, वो भी बंद है, तो खाने पीने का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया है, घर में सामान के लिए प्रॉब्लम हो गया है।
तो मदद प्रशासन से
नहीं, कुछ नहीं आ रहा है प्रशासन से, प्रशासन देखने भी नहीं आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं।
काम पे गया था सुबह, काम पर से आ रहे हैं, काम नहीं करेंगे तो सैंक्शन नहीं मिलेगा।
पैसा ले लिया 40 रुपया।
ये तो अपने आप चला रहे हैं।
अभी सुबह हम लोग गए तो पैसा हमसे लिए हैं 40।
प्रशासन की नाव नहीं है।
अच्छा,
सरकारी नहीं है ना,
प्रशासन की नाव वहाँ आती नहीं है क्या?
नहीं, कोई मदद नहीं मिल रहा है, हम लोग को कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है।
I want to cut across to my colleague Samarth Srivastav, who's joining us right now from Varanasi. You know, Samarth, the Chief Minister has told the authorities to be on high alert, but the kind of visuals that are coming through the course of the day, your reports that you've been sending us, is astounding. There's no place even to cremate bodies, where rooftops, by-lanes being used to cremate bodies. People are actually using boats to reach their houses. What's the latest?
Preeti, well, I must tell you that the state is in a way worsening in city of Varanasi, because what we have reported, be it from ghats, be it around the cities, and I'm not just talking about the rural localities, I'm talking about the urban localities, including many places. Maruti Nagar we have covered today, and that place, you cannot imagine that place is, the gates have been more than partially filled with the flood water. The Ganga river water has reached to the colonies of that particular urban localities, urban areas. Most people have migrated from that place, while others are left waiting on the terraces, waiting for NDRF or that flood relief content coming from CM Yogi Adityanath or Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Though NDRF are working hard to ensure that the rescue operation could take place in rural and urban areas, but the scenario of Ghat is also very bad. The adjoining areas, you must have visited that, but
Times.
Area and the adjoining areas towards that particular phase, they are in a way showing the true colors, because that was the proper road, but that has also been completely filled. If you do go to the Namo Ghat, that Namo signature has also obviously been submerged in the flood water, and when you visit the Dashashwamekh Ghat, the police outpost out there is completely below the flood water. And especially that Kashi Vishwanath corridor where we visited and covered many events there, that has also been partially filled with the flood water. The flood water has reached from the Manikarnika Ghat towards that particular area, and as just you rightly said, that even dead bodies are in a way have to wait in the queue for the positioning for the cremation, because that area has also been occupied with the flood water, and the people of Varanasi are pressed to do the cremation work in the narrow lanes of Varanasi, what we have covered during that particular phase last 2 days. So this is the current situation, and if you talk about the figures, till
Now we're expecting the rains to continue. What are you in terms of getting in from the Met Department, and are there camps now that are being put forth where the administration is concerned? Because a lot of people, their houses are low-lying, they're on the ghats and completely inundated.
Well, Preeti, it's not just about that those persons who are in the low-lying areas. That I just said that the Maruti Nagar area is somewhere above that low-lying phase, because when we reported before, when the water was below the danger level, it were the low-lying areas which were severely affected, be it the Shashwamekh Ghat, be it the Assi Ghat, but the water level has gradually increased and it is flowing above 70 centimeters, which is a dangerous signal. If that remains to continue, we may expect water around the lanes of Gudolia. So that's a dangerous signal for Varanasi. Though administration is working hard, ensuring that people must receive that particular ration packets, food packets and other things, but there are still many who are stuck in their homes waiting for their chances or waiting at the terrace. We have also seen the visuals where people were standing on the terrace and waiting for the help, and when NDRF boat came in, they were like that they got help, because one of the biggest difficulties is that the electricity from those particular areas have been completely stopped, because there could be a position where electricity may connect with the people and they might get electrocuted. So that's the scenario out here in Varanasi, and it's not just about the Varanasi. I must tell you, entire Purvanchal is leading under this particular flood situation. You talk about Prayagraj, you talk about Balia, Ghazipur we covered, and all these districts are in a radar of river Ganga, because it seems of no stopping of floods so far. And if you talk about that particular Bundelkhand region, the same scenario is happening in Hamirpur, in Banda, but Varanasi seems to have the worst conditions, with temples, with ghats, with rural urban areas severely affected. Though efforts are being made, we have also seen the monitoring systems happening here. We covered today that near that particular Rudraksh Convention Center, a proper command center has been made, where the footages of live streaming footages have been monitored from that Varanasi Commissioner office, while from the district office. But the real issue is the help reaching to each and every corner, because it seems very difficult. They are trying to go within the ranges, within the land of lanes, but it is not possible for them as well to reach out to those places which are completely below the
Samarth, one thing is becoming rather clear, because this is usually floods are usually an yearly occurrence where Varanasi, Banaras is concerned. This time round, there is something different. The situation is worsening. We've never seen Varanasi this bad in terms of being completely inundated. What I'm going to do is, Samarth, stay with me. Our colleague Roshan filed this report from one of the bylanes in Varanasi, close to the Manikarnika Ghat. Viewers, the Manikarnika Ghat is where cremations take place. Take a look at this report.
वाराणसी में बाढ़ के प्रलय का अंदाजा इसी बात से लगाया जा सकता है, क्योंकि जो मणिकर्णिका घाट है, महाशमशान, वो पूरी तरह से जलमग्न हो चुका है जल प्रलय में। और देख सकते हैं किस तरह से गलियों में नाव चल रही है, और उसी नाव पर न केवल शव यात्री बल्कि शव को भी रखा गया है। लगातार यह सिलसिला जारी है और गली पूरी तरह से शवों से अटी पड़ी हुई है। शव यात्री खड़े हैं। जैसे जैसे बारी बारी नाव आता चला जा रहा है, वैसे वैसे उस पर शवों को रख के शव यात्री सवार हो रहे हैं। और उसको जो ऊपर हमारे ठीक पीछे देख सकते हैं, जो प्लेटफॉर्म बना हुआ है, जिसे यहाँ मचान या छत भी कहते हैं, वहाँ पर जो चूल्हे लगे हुए हैं, ये वहाँ पे सांचे बने हुए हैं, वहाँ पर शवदाह किया जा रहा है, जिसकी संख्या भी मात्र सीमित रूप से 10 ही है। और इन्हीं जो 10 सांचे हैं, उन्हीं पर बारी बारी शवों को रखकर शवदाह किया जा रहा है। शव यात्रियों को लंबा इंतजार भी करना पड़ रहा है। और इस तरह से जो बाढ़ की विभीषिका है कि मरने के बाद भी मोक्ष की कामना के लिए जो शव यहाँ आते हैं, शव यात्री आते हैं अपने परिजनों को लेकर, वो कितना मुश्किल हो चला है। हमारे साथ यहाँ पर कुछ शव यात्री भी मौजूद हैं, इनसे बात करते हैं कि कहाँ से आ रहे हैं भाई साहब आप?
हम लोग सोनभद्र से आ रहे हैं, रापड़गंज से।
तो किस तरह बॉडी लेके यहाँ पर गंगा में शवदाह कर रहे हैं? किस नाव से जाना पड़ रहा है? कितना मुश्किल हो रहा है?
तो क्या करेगा गंगा जी, हम मुश्किल तो ये है, जाम है, भीड़ है बहुत काफी।
तो क्या शव को नाव पे रखना पड़ा?
हाँ, लकड़ी वगैरह लेके सब नाव पर चलना पड़ा। हाँ।
कितना इंतजार करना पड़ा आपको? कितना देर?
बहुत 2 घंटा से बेसी हो गया, 2-3 घंटा से बेसी
इंतजार कर रहे हैं।
अभी कोई सुनवाई नहीं है।
terrible situation where Varanasi is concerned, and it's going to get worse, is what my colleague Samarth is saying. Samarth, we're going to continue coming back to you. My colleague Samarth has been filing reports from Varanasi, Prayagraj. Things in Varanasi right now bad and poised, sadly, viewers, to get worse. Thank you, Samarth, for joining us. I want to now quickly shift focus to the other development in terms of floods which is taking place, viewers, across the nation in Pakistan. Pakistan has seen the worst floods in history. 1,100 people have died till now, 1/3 of the country inundated.
Torrential rain continues to create havoc in Pakistan. More than 30 million people are affected by the devastating floods in the country. It has killed more than 1,100 people and put a strain on official relief and rescue efforts. The Pakistani army has joined relief efforts. The forces used a helicopter to rescue a boy stuck in the midst of a severely flooded creek in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region. The devastating flood could not have occurred at a worse time for the nation that is already dealing with the Taliban insurgency. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has said Pakistan will need to consider how to build infrastructure that is more resistant to both floods and droughts.
They're absolutely devastating. I haven't seen any destruction or devastation of this scale. I find it very difficult to put into words. The phraseologies that we're used to, whether it's monsoon rains or flooding, doesn't quite seem to encapsulate the ongoing devastation and disaster that we're still witnessing.
The natural calamity has left millions of people homeless and affected more than half of Pakistan. About 3,451 kilometers of roads, 149 bridges and 170 shops were swept away by flash floods across the country. Help is pouring in from across the world. Cargo planes from Turkey and the UAE carrying tents, food and other everyday necessities arrived in Islamabad on Sunday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has paid condolences to families of victims of Pakistan floods and prayed for the neighbouring nation's speedy return to normalcy. Bureau Report, India Today.
Viewers, from Uttar Pradesh, Varanasi, Prayagraj to Pakistan, monsoon mayhem continues. I'm going to bring you back now to India and go down south to the state of Karnataka. Karnataka once again facing the worst flood fury.
Roads submerged in water. Traffic caught in massively waterlogged streets. Life coming to halt. Bengalurians left in knee-deep water. India's Silicon City getting drowned in rainbows after heavy showers lashed the city. IT hub of India, Bengaluru, which often sees pothole nightmare on roads, struggled after heavy downpour. Roads turned rivers, exposed the government claims of a world-class metropolis.
It is BTM layout and Madiwala area. This street is completely inundated after 48 hours of non-stop rain. You can see to what extent the water logging is. This gate to my right was completely submerged. Also, the water levels have come down. The BBMP and the fire department have constantly been working to remove the water and drain it back to the lake or the drain here.
Not just the super posh areas of Bengaluru, highways leading to the city were also submerged. The heavy rainfall effectively shut down the expansive national highway that links Bengaluru and Mysuru. Passengers were evacuated from buses and cars in rainwater. The Met Department forecasts cloudy skies and light to moderate rainfall in Bengaluru till Thursday. Similar scenes were seen in Ramanagara as well, where flash floods claimed lives of at least 2 while rendering thousands homeless. In Tumakuru, the roads and villages are inundated. Roads connecting Basavahalli village were washed away. Hubli too faced similar rain pain. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Because let's move on. Last week, all of us, saw this one video which went completely viral. You would have never missed it if you're online and you have your phone. Visuals of Mathura railway station, somewhere in the dead of night, and you saw one man come and pick up a 7-month-old baby with his mother sleeping next to that baby, picking up the baby and just scooting away from there. Those visuals left you shocked. Send a chill down your spine that something like this could happen. It was all recorded on camera. Whereas that baby, that 7-month-old child, was recovered 100 kilometers from where he was picked up in Mathura in Firozabad. And what is more shocking, he was recovered from the house of a BJP corporator, a BJP leader. She had allegedly bought the child because she wanted a male heir.
There's no way you would have missed this viral video that stunned, shocked and broke your heart. The stealth with which a man in the dead of night picks up an infant and walks away. These CCTV visuals from the night of August 23rd at the Mathura railway station are chilling. A man appearing to pass by the child who's sleeping with his mother. Moments later, he comes back and scoops the child up and makes a dash. The CCTV camera captured him running towards a train stationed on the platform. The 7-month-old baby has been found 100 kilometers away from where he was picked up.
वहाँ से जो बच्चा चुराने के बाद जो यहाँ पे दीपू नामक जो जिसने बच्चा को चुराया था, वो अपने यहाँ से पहले ऑटो से फिर बस से वो पहले हाथरस वो गया। हाथरस में जाकर के जो भी इसके टीम के जो भी इसके गिरोह के लोग थे उनके साथ इनकी मीटिंग हुई थी। जो इनको बेचना था जिससे उसके साथ ऑलरेडी इनकी पहली मीटिंग हो चुकी थी। फिर उनको बुलाया गया, बुला करके फिर बच्चे को उनको सपोर्ट वो किया गया था।
आपको मालूम नहीं पड़ा जब वो ले गए उठा के?
नहीं पड़ा था, फिर मैंने दिन में देखा नहीं, फिर मेरी जब मेरे को पता पड़ा
सुबह मालूम पड़ा। उसके बाद फिर क्या किया आपने?
पुलिस वाले को बताई थी हमने आकर। फिर पुलिस वाले ने कैमरा चालू करके उसमें देखा, फिर सीधा पता लगा कि बच्चा को एक आदमी लेके जा रहा है। यहाँ के पुलिस वाले बहुत अच्छे हैं, हमारी मदद कर दी, हमारा बच्चा वापस ला दिया।
He was found from a BJP corporator's house in Firozabad. With this recovery, the Uttar Pradesh cops have cracked a well-oiled syndicate that steals and sells children. But the fact that a BJP corporator bought a child is not lost on anyone. BJP corporator Vinita Agarwal and her husband had allegedly bought the boy for 1.8 lakh rupees from 2 doctors who were part of a larger gang as they wanted a son. The couple already has a daughter. 8 people have been arrested, including the BJP corporator and the man Deep Kumar, who was caught on the security camera picking up the child from the platform.
8 लोग इसमें अरेस्ट हुए हैं और ये जानकारी हुई है कि कुछ और बच्चों को भी इन्होंने बेचा है। अब किसको बेचा है, कहां से वो बच्चे आए थे, इसका भी हम लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन में उसको शामिल कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए इसमें धारा भी बढ़ाई गई है।
The 7-month-old boy has since been handed over to his parents, but the sheer brazenness of the crime and the involvement of a BJP corporator has left India stunned. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, let's move on to the big development in court today, our special segment on that. When it comes down to viewers, Bengaluru's Eidgah Maidan Rao, the Supreme Court maintains the status quo. No Ganesh Chaturthi allowed on that Maidan. The land ownership issue now to be taken up by the Karnataka High Court. The other big development that also happened in court today, the Babri Masjid demolition case. The Supreme Court closes petitions against former UP Chief Minister Kalyan Singh. And the third big development in court, viewers, the ED Director's tenure extension. The Supreme Court lists plea challenging extension on the 5th of September. Let's take you now directly to a fact-check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp group. There's a claim floating about suggesting that a lawyer has sought the ban on the film Gadar 2, allegedly for hurting Muslim sentiments. The fact check on that incorrect. The lawyer confirms no such petition filed. All fake news.